I really didn't think Yolwei was going to have this good of a time top. Like with the early harassment that we saw from the Enchantress and the Visage, a double range into a Medusa and a Dream Protector, I thought they were going to have a better time, but TNC getting multiple kills in this lane.
This legit just comes back to the decision not to have regen on the Visage and giving up that early kill to the Dusa. Like, it's something as simple as that has actually turned this lane entirely. If he had a bit of regen, he would have been able to get off one more Soul Assumption, or at the very least, probably reduce Yowei's creep wave accessibility by like...
They're going to get another kill. They're not, this is not good. They don't even need Krish for it. They don't even need Krish, it looks like. He'll join with the help of the double damage room, but Enryu, another death on the offlane Enchantress, and with all this going on, this is perfect because Carlo's just soaking up experience mid, so they are getting everything they would ever desire out of the map.
Instantly gets the D-Ward as well with the last couple of seconds of their sentry that they still had in the lane from when they D-Warded originally, the 0-minute runes. So yeah, it's just everything's going well for TNC right now.
Quick TP down. Push to the bottom lane. Gonna try and catch out Neon, but I believe they saw him on the creep wave, so should not be able to catch a straggler.
Getting exactly where he's placed the Observer Ward. Knows exactly where this Terrorblade is farming. So the question still is, though, for TNC.
Wait, they're coming.
You've done...
Oh, Color, just the one to get a glimpse of Bell instead of Krish.
But you've done well on the laning stage, right? It's all about converting it into towers now. The tower taking isn't great. Skywrath does nothing, Puck does nothing other than push out creep waves. Treant good at defending, not at pushing. So it's going to be on the back of Medusa doing something eventually. I guess Dawnbreaker does a decent enough job, but he's still Operation get this initial bit of farm.
Do you really feel like that? Because I feel like TNC don't really have a timer where they need to convert early objectives as mid lane. The Solar Guardian, of course, could have locked him inside the AoEs, just able to make it to the higher ground. But there are no reinforcements showing up for Avatar mode. No one on Neon looking to protect their position too, as TNC continue to be flawless in this game one.
I think they're generally okay if they have to drop that much to be able to kill him, right? Like, they drop two big playmaking ultimates in the Dream Coil and the Solar Guardian coming through. And it's going to allow the rest of the team to catch up somewhat, right? Because they're going to have the security of saying, okay, well, there's no Puck rotations that are going to be happening. There's no Dawnbreaker rotations. Let's just get this initial bit of farm. Seth was able to sit here on the bottom side of the map, get closer to his level 5. He's got the boots coming out to himself as well, so... Oh no, please get the boots.
Has been killed.
Got him, but he's not going to be living too long. Fucking Carlo.
Look at how fast he's moving, though.
Oh, yes. Fast into the death.
Is under attack.
It's the important thing. As long as you're running speedy in the afterlife, doesn't really matter.
He's got the power treads finally coming out to him. Mavis, though, approaching that level 6, so he's going to have that T5 potential for himself, and of course, you're a Dream Protector. You can very easily push this wave away.
Carlo, he's already got the Mavis has already got Overgrowth! With all the kills we're getting out of TNC, the supports are such a high level, and not only that, but they've also been able to soak up some of the lanes. Again, we saw Carlo getting some experience mid. You've got the Medusa back in the jungle, so Mavis was able to get some solo experience. Meanwhile, Krish solo kills Bell. 12-0 is TNC. What a game one start.
Is under attack.
Alright, who's dying first? I'm putting a poll out. Who do you think is going to die first this game on TNC?
I reckon it'll be either Mavis or...
No, there's no either's here.
Okay, Mavis.
I'm going to say Carlo.
I was going to say Carlo too, but...
Well, you can't.
Oh, wow.
One allowed only. Are they going to group around these siege creeps? That's what I want to know. Bell, he doesn't have the meta, so probably not. Still needing the level 6 on Seth, although he might have the tome coming out. Okay, this might be their big timing, right? But Avatar mode's just using this Elder Dragon form to farm a little bit quicker. Not the best camp to do it on either, just those kobolds. And cheeky little soldier just disarmed him. They're just thinking, all right, well, they might have Mystic Flare, but they won't have the Overgrowth to be able to stop this push from happening. Again, like, just doing a great job on Carlo to pull the wave away, make sure that that siege creep goes down very quickly. Might pop the glyph, but won't do all that much, and then just heal up the tower.
Oh. Sentry just out of range for Mavis to be able to get that Observer Ward. Would have given them so much control of Pop, because this is that lane we're looking for.
They got Overgrowth again.
And the Mystic Flare says nearby. And Riz starting to get a little bit more tanky. Raindrops, Cloak, Treads. Really needs that hood though.
I'm just trying to think, like, what does Neon feel like they need? Says just made a TP mid. They're going to smoke together with Avatar Mode, who doesn't quite have Blink Dagger just yet. It's all well and good to be able to wait for your timings and all that, but you've got the level 6 on the Visage, you've got your Brewmaster ultimate, but you don't have a way to instantly get onto someone. Locke's the one that they've found, but they can kill him.
That's not the hero you want. He's pretty close to the T1 tower as well. Should be fine with how close he is. First TP's coming out. That's gonna try and Solar Guardian out and we'll just make it. A little bit too late with the Cyclone. Oh no.
See that? The boulder flew across the entire map and stunned him.
No, I didn't see. Oh. I haven't even looked at what Medusa's been up to for quite some time. Just chilling in the jungle is your way. All the farm we would need mid lane. Coil out behind the tier 1 tower. It's a pretty deep dive, but with the use of the Mystic Flare, they'll get rid of Bell instantly. It looks like Dawnbreaker is gonna go down. Mavis thinking about stepping in, has the potential for the Overgrowth, but the damage lacking for the moment, and looks like Neon are gonna be able to find their second kill. Back to back for them, lovely.
Oh, good champion. And they've got all the boys here. They don't have the Brewmaster ultimate. They don't have the a lot available. The Elder Dragon Form's still on cooldown, but maybe they're going to try.
They should be able to get this.
Someone's
got the blink already. Christian's gonna have a free time to be able to spellcast, and Sean just beelines into the middle, and he is gonna get nothing out of his life.
And back when Sean was playing, it was really the micro supports that I've been seeing as his bread and butter, but I mean, he just really mismicroed his familiars as well as himself there, just getting the familiar killed off after his death, going way too deep to try and take out that Medusa.
Hey, Neon got 2 kills though. Let's go. Woo. Only a 4,000 deficit.
What do you think Gaben thinks?
79?
87.
It's doable.
Sure.
You got Bell, who we caught out of the river. Oh, that is a lucky rune to find. They still got the coil. And with the break, Carlo can drop the Mystic Flare freely. Knowing that he'll get full damage required to be able to get the kill. So TNC racking another one up. But let's give some time for Bell. He is farming underneath the Observer Ward, but I don't think there's much TNC can do about it.
Nah, not with Dreamcall and all that just being used to kill the Brewmaster. Right now, it's literally just, alright, let's get Manta Style available.
Venturing a little bit aggressively into Neon's jungle. Couple of wards and sentries, maybe that he was looking to place, and looks like Neon grouping up. They just double smoked.
Where's the comms, boys? That's what we need to know. And your way, I mean, a lot of people have been flaming him over the past little bit, but this game, his rotations have been really good, understanding exactly how far he can put himself out there and immediately getting out when that prospect of the smoke was coming.
You can see they do their own smoke as well to the triangle, so both sides during this attempt, both carries will be okay.
Radiant's top tower.
Not be. I mean, he's pushing himself, putting himself in the mid lane.
He's gonna see the smoke popping. Oh, this is not a very good spot to take the fight if you're Neon, with Mavis in the tree line. Gonna be able to hold back the DK for the moment. Solar Guardian into the middle. Once again, the coil just puts him out of range. It's actually a decent start to the fight now with all the ultimates being expended. But Neon, do they have the damage to be able to continue on for more? They're gonna try and target down Bok at the moment. Dawnbreaker in the middle, soaking up all the damage, and they don't even get rid of the Dawnbreaker. So Bok easily able to step to the safety of the tower. Now Set, oh no, he's just once again ventured too far. So all we have is a death on a support. A lot of ultimates expended though.
I think you're very happy if you're TNC. You've still got this creep wave with you, so they could just convert this into a mid push. I was really thinking this was Neon's timing, right? They had the Elder Dragon form available. They had all of their ultimates, and this is get this support.
It's a lot of damage.
Radiant structures.
Mystic Flare. Do you still get the bug when Mystic Flare's invisible? I do, and it really...
No, I don't.
Radiant's middle tower.
Imagine having bug game. Can't relate.
Radiant's
My
middle
game's
tower
beautiful.
Has fallen.
Just
Has fallen.
4 FPS.
Dire's bottom tower.
They get the deny.
Radiant's middle tower.
Bottom lane with your way just TPing down there before it goes down. Switches again.
Playing
Cycling
Avatar mode?
the amount of pump.
Have a stun to be able to cancel this. Coil is available, and Krish just gets in range to be able to cancel the TP. Even gives a tip over for good measure onto his counterpart position too.
Done quite well.
Playing well again as Krish. 7-0-3. Bit of a game one specialist so far from what we've seen. In the previous series that we watched him, he was playing the Mars, had a fantastic time. This time around, it was fuck, and he's just looking to get on the set.
The Ancient Seal even forced to drop the Mystic Flare, but max out Ancient Seal with the damage coming through from Krish, already level 13 on the Puck. Neon are not tanky enough to be able to survive through all this magic damage.
Is this the game? I don't think it's going to go that late, but I was about to say, is this the game where we get the Revenant's Brooch available on the Puck? Witchblade into the Terrorblade. Could happen.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Could happen. I wouldn't hate to see it, honestly. We
Dire are
not get to see Revenant's Brooch too often. We do
And the
have...
Terrorblade, but he's moved away. He's up towards this top side. Again, they have only... Well, I wouldn't even call it claiming a tower on that bottom side. It was denied. And you've got a Visage, a Dragon Knight, and an Enchantress. Some of the best pushes in the entire game. And they still haven't got too much.
This is a lot of information though on Team. Say they knew that the Terrorblade was down bottom. They saw him TP up now top with multiple lane wards. So TNC, they should be able to get some heroes top, recognizing that more than likely they're going to try and set up for a push, especially with this Manta. Well, now they're going to see him walk back to the triangle. So yeah, TNC are well aware of the next couple of plays that could be coming out from Neon, so they can get set up for this.
He's trying to do his best with the Skeleton Warriors and the Dark Troll Summoner. Just get some split push happening here, but a good movement from Krish. He does eventually end up going into the Boots of Travel, or he will after 500 gold. But yeah, just a great hero at being able to keep these lanes pushed out as much as he can.
Davis. Williams might be able to run into the Treant Protector. A really good ward on the backline though. For confirmation of Neon being top, they're going to run into Carlo. Should be able to secure the kill for the Solar Guardian and the Overgrowth as well for good measure. Drop the hammer down. There's Neon not long for this world. Again, two heroes evaporating. And that's a Dragon Knight. That's your position 2 who's supposed to feel tanky. He just gets blown up.
Oh, calling the Earth Panda as well. Just wanting to get that clean-up kill. Very easy, and they're just going to... At least there's no stacks for them to steal away, but Yoi, he's going to take them anyway. Also just sentry warding up the last place that they might feel a little bit safer on Neon.
Oh, so much farm. Almost Scotty as well.
What do you think about the game score?
Monka. That's not a good game score.
No,
I can tell you what. But maybe it means they can
come back.
Yeah, maybe this is the only chance of them being able to come back. A 3-2-2 game score.
When did EG throw last? I love that it's still updated after all these years.
Oh, it has to. I don't know if they're throwing a DPC game. Hey, why are we throwing EG on the bus? What's going on?
I know you're a bit of a fanboy.
Yeah,
but,
leave him out of this. Wait, hang on. Leave him out of this.
Maybe someone will need to make one for TNC if they find a way to lose this game.
What, is there one for every team?
No, it's basically just EG because back in my day, they were known for throwing a fair amount.
Oh, man, EG would never do that. They,
Crossed at the major.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
so what? I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear it either.
Yeah.
We got Yowie pushing on this bottom side with the siege creep. Devastating push coming through with this Medusa solo, by the way. No one else showing on the lane. Carlo and Chris just making sure to hang out nearby, and we're seeing the benefits of the Dawnbreaker, right? You can just be on the complete other side of the map, still second on net worth, because at any time it's very easy to join the team. They have no answers to it as well. With picking up the Dawnbreaker, I was talking about the Medusa, and of course you don't want to deal with the mana burn with a Nyx Assassin, but Spike Carapace, another one of those great ways of stopping the Dawn.
I thought they were just going to go for the game-ending push. I'm honestly a bit surprised they didn't go high ground. Got Scotty.
What's wrong with Roche?
Yeah, nothing's wrong with Roche, but you are in a position where I don't even think you need it. But you're right. You just make sure you don't throw. Don't get that tally stacking up for TNC.
Don't EG it. Got it.
They're going to find a set in their jungle. Chris going to try and run some other heroes in the west course. Not going to lock anyone to place. He'll come back to clean up the kill onto the Brewmaster. They continue to keep their tier 1 tower alive as well, so you have to find an objective on Neon.
And they got the Treant, so you can always just look to heal it up. Get onto himself instead, just as he looks to keep this mid lane pushed in.
Oh, and Ryu.
Put pressure on, yeah.
Getting a little bit too far forward. Carlo got him in. Hesitant though is Mavis to blink with the Overgrowth. They just want to make sure they hold this for a team fight, and I guess with Overgrowth on cooldown, maybe can give you an opportunity to defend this tier 2 tower. So nice trigger finger for Mavis.
Carlo's going for the Blink Dagger. I would still really be in
Bottom lane, Krish. A battle with Avatar mode. Fox going to be able to join as well with the Solid Guardian. Maybe soon to follow up as well. Avatar mode close to the tier 3 tower, so the reinforcements soon to follow. The Overgrowth instantly holding them into place. The Primal Split can't get into the middle of the fight. The Twine just makes it to the higher ground, but now Neon, do you have what's left in the tank to be able to secure the kills and bring this game back in? I don't think you do. And Ryu stuck in the middle. This Enchantress just getting beat down left, right, and center. And now Kush can two heroes into place with the coil. There's nothing you can do. Turn to stone. And Bell soon to be brought down as well as Krish beyond godlike. And TNC, I think you're at the territory where you just need to call it.
Close. I mean, they've got backdoor protection for a little bit. That's why Carlo's made this rotation towards mid to do his best to push the lane in. But you're a Skywrath. You don't do that so great. They'll be able to maintain it for now. Yeah, like he's gone and bought the Blink Dagger. I still really want the ATOS on Carlo, right? Because as for right now, TB's the one that you really want to take out a lot of the time. He's got the Manta style, but he's going to need to use that for Puck Silence. You can use that for Ancient Seal, so just lock him in place and then
a prize.
Well, is there even like the bestest opportunity of a fight?
Yep.
Yes, the bestest. Of course, it's only the bestest for Neon. Can they ever have that bestest fight to be able to come back?
The team fight is worse. Their pushing is better, but they haven't really done any of that. How close is TB to...
Oh, and Ryu. Not the Enchantress. Just venturing again too far. That's something you got to do when you're this far behind. The heroes are going to be picked off, but you just need to get the map out in a position where your core can... And that core being Bell can try and find an item.
I was about to say, what? Ryu's the core, man. Like, he's the one that should be taking advantage of the farm, not trying to split push as an Enchantress, this single target hitting hero.
So no, what I mean is, what is that? The most ideal fight, every perfect scenario going the way of Neon. What is that?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Are we too far
Gonna need a
past that
moment.
stage?
Any moment. Honestly, try and find the Dawnbreaker, I think, to be able to start out a lot of these engagements. Like, if they could kill him somehow
Dire's middle
with the minimal stuns that they have, like, DK gets on him, Dragon Tail, follow that up with Soul Assumption, Medallion of Courage, double Familiar Land before he's able to BKB, and while he still doesn't have buyback, never mind, he has buyback in about 15 gold, then maybe you could turn the fight around because their sustain isn't going to be as good, but that's really it.
Dire
Okay.
are scanning.
Operation Kill Buck. Even going through 2 lives of the Medusa afterwards is not going to be a fun time at all. So they just at the moment resort to trying to split push, and I imagine TNC will maybe think about getting a deep lane ward out or like a Tinker ward, because this is really the name of the game now for Neon. Get that split up fight. Catch up Bok by himself. They are under the ward though, they're going to be cautious. Christian, aggressive jump onto the high ground, but again, there is no concern. We said this was a free puck game, and it's proving to be the case. The only answer to the Dragonite has really done nothing to prevent Chris from just snowballing. 12-0 and 9 is the puck.
I didn't even put too much of it on Avatar mode, right? Like, he just wasn't able to do anything because they lost the lane so horribly. Maybe one time when they were trying to push tier 1 mid, he could have been a little bit more aggressive with his Elder Dragon form, but other than that,
Dire's top tower
he's just
is under attack.
kind of handicapped here. Like, he can't do much. He's got the Blink Dagger, but where's the damage after that? Chuan having level 12, increasing the damage from the familiars. It's going to help a little bit. He has Wraith Pact,
Radiant's
able to
top
get the
tower
career
is
out
under
there.
attack.
He's going to send it over to the
Oh,
Dire
just-
side of the map.
It went under the ward.
Where he wants.
Oh, okay. No one's going there. Never mind. Does not matter.
They can just put no need to back up. Oh, an overwhelming blink, isn't that nice?
Radiant's top
2400
tower is
HP
under
puck.
attack.
Very cool.
That is second, no, third highest in the game, I think.
Radiant's top tower.
What a tough game. I was just going to say, and you're also at a stage where Bok is pretty much a position 1 Dawnbreaker, going Deso next item, so...
Mavis on the back line. Looking for that overgrowth. Oh, well, that reveals your position pretty easily.
Yeah. No one's pinged it out, though.
I mean, they have to know. That's why they're playing a little bit more over to the right side, but he's got overgrowth, so... sorry, he's got Blink Dagger overgrowth, so he's going to be able to catch anyone when they feel like it's go time. They're just looking to take out the tier 3 tower because the only thing preventing someone like a
Radiant's
Skyra
top tower is
come up on the Tiger.
Oh my god, Henry! What?
under attack.
What was the damage?
Davis is just chilling in the trees, just being a tree. He's cosplaying right now.
Krish going to join us. Oh, there we go. Jump in. Krish instantly to follow up. They might just target down with the Visage instead. Chuan looks like much easier pickings. Bok's in a bit of trouble though under the tier 4 tower with Enryu being able to pump in the damage from afar. That last right click is enough to get the kill, and now Mavis as well. Next to Barracks. You've got to respect the damage from Enryu when you don't get on top of the Enchantress. She can really start to flurry in the impetuses quickly. Just assassinates Sail on the back line.
There was a lot coming through from the Enchantress, but honestly, it's the same issue. I know it's a Dawnbreaker, and I know it's a core Dawnbreaker, but it's the same issue I was talking about when they were hesitant. Are they going to catch him?
Yeah, you're always just running in with a haste. And Henry felt pretty strong, and now he's down 70 seconds. I've brought back Prior. Yeah, it's a dieback for pretty much your main damage source now.
What I was saying before was Dawnbreaker took 850 damage to the tier 4 towers. Like, he just dived a bit too deep, and that was really what I was talking about with going high ground at all. Well, it's still only 30 minutes in. You're going to take a decent amount of damage from these.
Sisters 3
Wow, so they're only going to get a tier 3 tower out of this Aegis. I'm sure they'll still push afterwards, but you can even go now. Solar Guardian to join if you feel like there's a possibility, but surely we don't wait till next Roche.
Surely not. I mean, they've got 15 seconds until Glyph, so they're going to be able to hold it off until the Enchantress is alive at the very least. Really having a Solar Crest available on the Visage. Remember the last time I saw a Solar Crest come out, but I mean, if you're looking to pump everything into this Terrorblade, who is far and away highest net worth on your team, then why not?
Push an instant jump along with Box. Look at the damage, man. Terrorblade, he didn't even have a chance to get the Sunder out until with the Wraith Pact and look to turn to deal which one next. Again, Bok is taking a lot of damage to the towers. The multi-shot is starting to rack up. They're going to turn their attention away from diving under the T4 towers. Back to the objectives they go.
Break on the Enchantress as well. Yoe felt confident in being able to dive, but after that previous death on Bok, they just said, no need to dive towers, don't want to give us any kind of reason to give our life away.
Should be okay for the moment. Has a decent amount of armor to be able to play with, especially the living armor being provided to him. Just gonna make it away with the orb coming back off cooldown.
Middle tower has fallen.
Can't get
You
here.
go back in? Are you hesitant?
Yeah, Krish is gone. They can't. At least they were able to secure the full lane this time around. It's just, again, slowly but surely. That time around, it was a situation that I'm plagued with these days with the boomer fingers coming through from Chuan. The Wraith Pack just came out a little bit too slow. If that was dropped, then TB was probably able to get the Sunder off and survive, but even 3 seconds too late, to be honest. Not been able to drop that totem down.
We're winning a major.
No Tail did not win a major.
He was...
Sorry, he did not win this major.
Sorry, we're Seb winning this.
Here we go.
Oh, even is.
Dire are scanning.
Finally, the
Year younger
boomer.
than me, dude. It's a year younger than me. It's an excuse.
Oh, that year, so long. Look at Mavis positioning. What? No way, he's gonna get out. Alright, Silence is there. Who's got an Orchid? Avatar mode. Interesting. Oh, they're all under a ward. Not good, Neon, no good. Again, the main damage source in the Enchantress will force to the higher gun. Popping back and forth with the double mobility, but that is not enough to keep his life. And now TNC, once again, concedes the high ground.
Nell needs to be careful, of course. They just got rid of the Wraith Pack totem. It's a long cooldown on it, but to be able to drop it next time. And I actually do kind of appreciate the fact that they've gone for this Orchid, because they just needed some way to be able to lock down onto the key heroes.
Avatar mode. Trying to deal with the backline. They've cycled up the Medusa as well, but you're at a stage where everyone else is so far ahead that Medusa is not your sole damage. And they're
kind of isolated though.
Bok's gonna jump in. No remorse. Bok does not give a damn. Solar Guardian. Pellet's actually doing a decent amount of damage for the moment. The right click starting to come quick and fast. They'll get rid of Bok. But it looks like maybe they can turn to do with Puck next as well with a silence out, but they don't have a way to protect the Terrorblade. 3 gone, and that should be all she wrote. It was a decent last fight. We saw the damage finally coming in from the Terrorblade, but after everyone else on TNC turned away from protecting Bok and tried to jump the TB, he was not long for this world, and Henry is going to join the rest of friends in the grave. An ultra kill for Yoe to close out this game on. What a beatdown. Chuan doesn't even drop the G.
Radiant's middle barracks.
He'd be feeling it a little bit. I mean, they just outdrafted the way. Like, I was super confident in TSC coming into this one, just because in their draft, it wouldn't come out in the laning phase.